Hey everybody, welcome back to Best Iowa Cleaning Podcast with Brandon
And Ryan,
How are you?
great. How are you, Brandon?
Good. Yeah. Today we got an exciting show, and like always, we want to thank everyone for tuning in. Ryan, tonight we're going to bring up some bad memories, maybe some old memories that we had.
Yeah. Visit ghosts of the past.
Yeah. We're talking schools, and one in particular that we had two very different outcomes. We started, and I wouldn't say that we gave our best at first. We just there was one outcome, and then there was a different outcome, and there was only one thing that changed that was so dramatic it made all the difference between now having success and almost completely failing right up front.
I know that's quite a difference, and
Yeah.
quite a a location to have that stark contrast. I mean,
Yep.
school is quite the undertaking. So it's
It's like it's like stopping and turning around and sprinting the other direction. That's how much of a change it was.
yeah,
Yeah. All right. So Ryan, take us there. Paint the picture of the past.
yeah.
We'll talk about the transformation in the middle,
Yes.
and now we'll discuss what's going on there today.
All right. Well, yeah. So when we started this particular school, had a couple of cleaners in there that they've been with us for some time and had done a pretty good job overall.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and as time went on, I think some things started to change in their own personal lives, and not for the better. There were I think, some rocky things in their life that started to infiltrate their their work life.
Yes.
And so it was pretty apparent. They were unhappy, and
Yeah.
some things were just not going quite right. Um, but yeah, there didn't seem to be that ability to separate that. Things were not good for them. So
Yeah.
not good for us.
No.
Not good for us one bit.
No. No.
Yeah,
It was a disaster.
it was. I won't make it a long story. I just remember, um, I won't share too many specific details, but just to say that this school was in some dire need of some real help.
Yes.
There's some older schools in Iowa that they've probably just been suffering from a lack of really great, consistent cleaning, like maintaining that level of clean to really keep it nice.
Yeah.
I think that would be fair to say, and not to say that the schools or the janitors of the past have not done a good job. If there's anybody out there who is in that situation, it's a hard thing to do, and there's plenty of reasons that it goes that way.
Yeah, and if I could jump in here,
Yeah.
it would be the one thing that I see. You've got the maintenance, the head of maintenance, and they're awesome at what they do because they're running a cleaning program. They're doing maintenance. They're maybe transportation. And plus lawn care. I mean, and snow removal. So there's so many things that they're doing. They're communicating with administration.
Right.
They're also leading a team.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of times those people are really good at uh, lining up proper contractors to help with the needs of the school.
Right.
And they're great at the systems that the school are running, like their HVAC and um, all those intricate things that I don't even want to get into.
Yeah.
Just concentrating only on cleaning.
Yeah.
But they're they do they have time to manage people?
Right.
And that was the issue in particular. There, you had someone that was working in the evening, and they just weren't doing anything. They weren't getting things done. They were to the point where it's like, well, do we keep them just to have a body here, or do we let them go? Well,
right.
That's where we got the call to come in,
Right.
and we actually jumped in and did some work for them, deep cleaning some district offices and painting before we had even signed the contract.
Yeah.
So, that's it. I'm not trying to you know, I'm not trying to go away from being humble here, but we care so much about schools and what they have going on. We want to help so that they can operate. That we're willing to jump in and do those things, even if things don't line up, we still want to help in any way we can. So
exactly,
that was a good way to start.
Yeah.
And from the start, they did a good job. And then, like you said, they just. Whoosh,
I know.
downhill for sure.
Exactly, and for whatever reason that was, I just remember specifically, I felt bad for the cleaner. That I'll just say one thing, and that's for the negative here, the ghost of the past that we're revisiting. For
Yeah.
um, and to show the contrast, when when this person and I had a discussion about just the level of cleaning, and I found out some floors were not being mopped at that point in time.
Hmm.
We're talking like some bathrooms.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad, and it couldn't continue that way. So
No.
obviously, I mean,
Yeah.
just wouldn't be acceptable. So, and the response was, well, it's a dirty old school.
Yeah.
And that was the feeling on it, and it's like, no, that's exactly why we're in here,
Right.
because we want to care about it. We want to turn this thing around.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
unfortunately, they were a bit lost at that point, and
Yes, they were. Yeah.
yeah, I pray that person is doing well and better.
Yeah, they're still amazing
Absolutely.
people, and
They are.
yeah, we would not hire them back, but they
Right.
they were still so willing to jump in and help at one point.
I know.
So yeah,
And yeah, so whatever led them there, and there we were.
yeah,
And that was where we were at the point of failure. We
yes,
didn't really have any other option. Um, and we were also, both you and I were new at assessing schools in general, like
Mhm.
what needed to be in line for price point and things like that.
Well, I would say we had one under the belt. We knew what it took to get it done.
Yes.
However, there's a lot at play when it comes to budgeting time and keeping everything within the budget.
Right.
Because if you're over, let's say, if you're over 1 hour a night and you're in there 5 nights a week, you're over 5 hours a week, and then you multiply that by 4 weeks,
Yeah.
and you're talking, and then you go by a year, and you're talking thousands of dollars,
Right.
and that really tips the scale in a negative direction, especially if it's taking profit away from other locations that you are serving.
Right.
So in order to do the very best job, you have to have it priced correctly. You have to have the budget in line.
Yep.
And what I mean by budget is the hours worked need to line up for what they're paying for. So
Yeah.
that was out of line. And then the main thing though was before we even get into budget and all of that stuff, the heart had to be there and the effort had to be there. Where yes, we're taking on this thing that was never cared for, at least not for a while. We're restoring the pride,
Right.
and we're building up the culture by getting back what used to be pristine.
Yeah.
And it wasn't there. So now to talk about the shift, what the heck happened? I mean, where were we at? Can you lead into that, Ryan? Just
Yeah.
what was going through your mind? What happened?
Well, I knew a lot of things were going on at that point in time with the business and shift in direction and learning new things for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, basically that was the point where I had talked with the people who contacted me from the other podcast.
Yeah. Yep.
They reached out to me and they said they were trying to find out about our business, really seeing if we'd be a good fit to be able to help us out.
Yeah.
Help us go in a new direction.
Yeah.
We didn't even know we needed to go.
Yeah. Very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I think we're talking core values here, obviously.
Mhm.
That the one thing that shifted is they're so big on you want to take time to hire and be very quick to fire, but it's all about core values. And so we had a big long list of all of these rules and regulations, and really it came down to just core values. And so they were talking about it. We were soaking it in and thinking, where do we go from here? How do we change this? We knew that it wouldn't work with what we had in there. And I want to say, Ryan, like I did not want to remove them.
I know.
And a lot of it is we trust our employees so much. We give them the world. We train them and expect that it gets done at a high level. And they were saying one thing, and what was actually happening was something else. And so, because we put the faith in them and trust them, it kind of opens the door up for a lot of mistakes.
Sure.
Yeah, but when we had that wake up moment where it's like, okay, we've got to remove them. It was painful. Um, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot more we could say about that, but we'll kind of leave that in the past. And we established, I would say, pretty quickly the core values.
Yeah.
And then yeah, the very next step was Ryan and I actually just I kind of prompted you at the point. I mean, I don't think you were at the point with your walk with the Lord where you were really ready to pray out loud or anything.
Right.
But I'm just like, we need a change, and I don't really know where to go from here. We're learning this stuff, and it's great. And we had the armor of information that we could go and get something done. But
yeah,
we just stopped and we prayed about it. I remember we were probably sitting in these same chairs.
Yeah.
And we were writing all this stuff down and what we were for our hiring ad and everything. And and we just we prayed about it. We put an Indeed ad out there, and we listed everything that Ryan and I had for our core values. And the very next day, we got an answer, not just an answer to prayer, but an answer to the Indeed ad.
Yes.
Yeah, and it caught my eye because there was the team had responded in the description. They had put something in there that caught my eye, and I thought, all right, I'm gonna give this couple a call and see where it goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, can you take us into the next phase?
Yes. So going into that school year, put all the chips on the table. Said we know this is where we need to be. So basically just getting everything right for budget and letting them know we've got a team that is ready to take this away. And they did to a level that I can't even. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about a core values match. They were it, and that made all the difference.
Yeah.
It really did.
Yes. Yeah. Every time we go in, they're hustling around and sweating, and it's that level of giving wholeheartedly is hardly seen. So
they take it to a new level, like the level that we dream of, as far as owning it. I mean, they I gotta say, so I just want to share a few specific things.
Yeah, and let me clarify before you do. I would say that it's not just there that effort, that level of giving is there. It's across the board now. It's everybody. Now everybody has a different idea of what detail is.
Exactly.
But everyone on the team does have that level of giving wholeheartedly.
The dedication, the loyalty.
Yeah.
And the kindness. It's amazing.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I'm always blown away when I go into the schools. I'm always blown away. So, yeah. So continue.
Well, I spoke with a gentleman tonight, our cleaner, and he told me that he kind of ruined some whiteboards because he was trying to just deep clean years worth of buildup of the markers that wouldn't come off.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, and so here's the thing though, he fixed them.
Oh,
he actually completely fixed them. He researched it on his own.
Oh my god.
He went out and got some oil and WD-40. And I'm serious, these things look beautiful. And it's all because they cared that much to do their own research. We didn't even hear about the fact that there was an issue.
No, we didn't.
And they fixed it already.
Wow.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That's the level of owning it.
That's incredible.
These cleaners are all about it because they really love this people.
They do.
School. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
They want the people who are giving our children the education they deserve to get.
Yeah.
And giving them the best, cleanest place that they can provide. That's what they care about. Yeah. And that's what we care about.
Yeah. It certainly makes me. Out of the two schools that we clean, I want to just interject here a little bit, but it doesn't it feel so good to know that these two places, like if we were to go in, it's just you know that the level that we're providing, that they're providing, the student body, the teachers, the administrators, is something that is uncompromised. I mean, it's better than any other school location out there that's doing it differently. It
It-
really, and I believe, not only do I believe it, but we've seen it firsthand. And even though when we sign up, the expectation isn't even to that point, we've just kind of adapted, Ryan and I, where it's like, yeah, here's the basics, but I know you're not going to be able to just do the basics.
Right.
So let's just revamp this and do it right.
Yeah.
And yeah, it does take a little bit more time, which does hurt the budget a little bit. But I believe that by doing this, we're serving at a higher capacity than they're even ready to accept. So it just is blowing them away.
It is.
And that's part of the culture building. When you go into the school year and you have teachers saying it hasn't been this way for years.
Yeah.
And
20 years we've heard that.
yes, we have. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
But it takes someone caring that much to get years of build up to go away and not view it as, well, it's like polishing a turd. I've heard that a lot. But
I know.
Yeah. I've the more and more I hear it, the less I like it.
Yeah.
I just really it's like no, we need to strip it down and restore the pride that these places once had.
Yep. Yeah, and I actually see notes on the other school talking directly to that. If there's paint that's been peeled away by, there's young kids going around and pulling paint off, and they nip it. They put a sign up there that says, have pride in our school. Don't do this.
Yeah, they do,
which is awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
they really they care, and they want their kids to care, and I think the kids will care.
Oh, I think they do
More.
care. I think they do care because we've got some on the team that talk about how the kids in their area when they see them they I don't know. It's like when you've had a cleaner in there, especially in a school setting.
Yeah.
The students and the other teachers, administrators get to know them.
Right.
And they get to really appreciate and love what they're doing for them, so that it becomes like you're gonna keep this nice,
That's right. It's
Yeah.
an accountability thing.
Yeah.
It really is. It just is reciprocating the caring. back
Yeah.
and forth. It just shows every day. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, both teams are just rock star teams. Everybody on them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love cleaning schools. I never thought I'd say that, but I do.
I know. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with
Yeah.
you. It seems, I don't know if it seems like a good decision, because there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
But
It's kind of scary still, thinking about taking on more, but
it is, yeah. Well, no, taking on more is not scary. I'm ready. I'm
I am
ready
too.
I'm ready to turn around these school districts that are just kind of like, man, well, here we go again, another school year.
Right.
And making it something a lot more special because they can do what they're supposed to do, and we can take care of the evening cleaning.
Yes.
And that's a beautiful thing when the two work together. It's
Yeah.
a beautiful thing. No, I'm ready to take on more.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a challenge just taking a program that's been set up for years and years and years that just isn't working really well anymore. And it's not the cleaning itself that's not working. It's the people that are there that don't have those values. And it's also managing people and how much more of a challenge that is.
Yeah.
Two things that we, again, with the humble portion, I can say that we really do it well, but it's because we really invest a lot of effort in, I don't know, it's not even effort. When you love doing it, it doesn't seem like it's effort. But I just love our team, and
Me too.
these values are so important to keeping us on task and working together as a giant team as one, so that everybody, when you ask them something, everything's interchangeable. Everybody has the same answer because we're on the same page.
And that's hard enough to do. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Anything else to add?
you said it well. I don't have a lot else to add.
Just a dramatic turnaround, though, from what once was to now.
Yeah.
Dramatic turnaround.
It's going to be even more dramatic after this summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you start up school cleaning, doing a summer and then the school year, then another summer, it's like it just keeps getting better and better, and they're wondering, how much better can this get? Well, that's
I've
yeah.
talked to both of the contacts
Hmm.
at the schools, and I just know that maybe before we take on another school, that we're going to be doing much more than we are now,
Yeah.
because there's that trust built, and they know that that things are really changing for the positive. So
Yeah.
it's like, why would you not want more of that for your
Right.
school? You know,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
just do more. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll be asked to do more, and it's gonna be we're gonna accept and give wholeheartedly.
Excited for that.
Woo.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. Well, with that, we're gonna end, and actually, I want to end with it's I we okay. This segment in the show, and I'm not sure where we are for the timeline,
Yeah.
but we should just, with our audience here, we should insert like a game show music or whatever.
Right.
And, all right, folks, now it's time for, and do a game or something. I think
Right.
that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
A little interactive.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say, I'll start it off, and I want to hear your answer too on this. So, one of your favorite shows, and why is it one of your favorite shows? Okay, so I'll go first.
Okay.
So I really, especially in the summer, if I can catch it every once in a while, American Restoration,
Okay.
where they I don't know if you have you seen that show?
I think I have.
Have you heard of it about it?
I've heard it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the reason why I like American Restoration is because people bring in these items, they're antiques, or they're usually it's Americana
Mhm.
type of stuff, and they'll fix it up and fully restore it to better than it was new. And then
Nice.
they obviously have to charge money for it and make a profit, but it's just like seeing that broken down or rusty or maybe not totally functioning item, and how they transform it and turn it into something brand new. It's
Yeah.
just, man, that really gets my heart beating a bit faster when I watch that. It's just, I don't know. It's something about, kind of relates to the school, almost taking something that's been neglected and making it new again.
Yeah.
It's something special. It's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. What about for you?
So I love classics. So for me,
You're a Barney Fife guy, aren't you?
I am. I feel so called out right now.
Oh man, he's always threatening me with his pistol too.
Sheriff Andy over here.
Oh man, I'm more like a Gomer pilot.
Pilot. Oh man. Yeah. So I love, of course, both of us love British humor too.
Yeah.
So I was gonna go with Faulty Towers.
Okay, all
I
right.
absolutely love that show.
And so, tell the audience why Faulty Towers.
Well, so I love service. I've always been a good customer service guy, and it's just the most atrocious customer service.
And it's so offensive too. I think you might offend our audience here.
Maybe, yeah. Like
I'm just
but no, seriously, like it's not an appropriate show in today's day and age by any means, but it is so funny. And you just have to take into account the time period. It's like 1975, so I mean, it's been a few years, but oh man, it's so funny though. There's some really good timeless humor in that too.
Yeah.
There's some offensive stuff that's but John Cleese, he's just over the top.
One of our favorites, obviously, from Monty Python's Holy Grail. Yeah, he's just hilarious.
He is.
Was he Brave Sir Knight? The Dark Knight. Did he play Dark Knight?
I don't actually know.
Okay, I think he did.
I think he might have.
Yeah, the voice. Anyways.
Yeah, I think you're right.
No, appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah, it's just so funny because like I always strive to just brighten somebody's day. I mean that's one of the biggest parts of leading a team and just making sure everybody's feeling good, feeling the direction, and feeling happy. Yeah, going along with it, but John Cleese's character, it's an absolute disaster every show. It's hilarious. He's running a hotel that is just he's running into the ground.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Oh, let's just end it there,
Right.
Because it doesn't get any better.
Yep.
But no, it's a funny show.
Yeah.
Check it out. I don't know if it's still even playing reruns. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, YouTube's always got something.
That's true. Yeah. Well, why don't you close us out, Ryan? It's been a while.
All right. Well, yeah. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching us. If you would please leave a comment, like it if you like it, and share it with your friends. We would love some more viewers, some more input to be able to respond and interact with you guys out there. So keep on watching. I think this is episode 10.
It
There
is.
we go.
Episode 10.
Right on.
And don't like it if you like it. Like it because I said you should like it, and you should share it with at least 10 people.
There you go.
Over and out. All right. Guys, have a blessed night, and we will see you again next week.